Welcome back to another J Reviews. We are reviewing the farewell from Naughty Dog's Crash Bandicoot series, Crash Team Racing. These game-making machines gave us Crash 1, 2, and 3. Naughty Dog is on fire. This one takes the cake. Crash Team Racing is literally the best kart racer I've ever played. For those who are going to say I'm an idiot for saying that, saying it ripped off Mario Kart, shut up. Now that we got that out of the way, this gem was dropped and put on shelves in the year of 1999, and was the final Crash game made by Naughty Dog, and it's great. Crash Team Racing, or better known as Crash CTR, has a weird but funny story, so let's dive into that and get to the gameplay as quick as we can, because that's the fun part of this fucking beauty. Well, with most games anyway. Moving on, instead of putting in a full-on ultimate detailed explanation of the story, I think we should just sum it up in a few sentences. And I should say that this game's story is that this alien nitrous oxide visits the people of Earth and then claims to be the fastest racer in the entire galaxy. His own planet is Gasmoxia, by the way. He challenges Earth racers, which is the good guys and the bad guys, and Polar and Pyrrha for some freaking reason. You'll see my complaint about these two useless fucks and other shit later. But now, if the Earth racers win, Oxide will return home, leave Earth alone. If he wins, he will turn Earth into a concrete parking lot. Wow, how threatening. I mean, seriously, I know it's a kid's game, but from what the last three game stories were, I expected something darker, stronger tone to it. Like if they fail to win, Oxide will take over Earth to destroy Earth. Look at fucking Cortex, for God's sake. His plan from game 1 was to make an army of... fuck, I'm not even gonna rant or argue about this. Now that we finished up that, let's get to the gameplay, and holy shit, look at it! Okay, a little too far, but the gameplay is freaking awesome. It is like any other car racer, like Mario Kart and such, since it's so simple. Controls are freaking tight, the movement is smooth. Never have I ever blamed the game for such bullshit, ever, for me sucking ass. Controls are perfect and tight, and it's just, holy shit, it's just perfect. You get power-ups to knock racers out of the way or away from you. You have the Wumper Rocket, which is self-explanatory. It's a fucking rocket where you can shoot someone with it. And you have the Skeleton Bombs. Both of these are like the shells in Mario Kart. One follows the racer in front of you, one is loose and you gotta aim with it. The bomb is where you have to aim it. You could also have N-Troopy's Time Watch, both elemental masks, Uka Uka and Aku Aku, depending on which character you play with. And then this electric ball thingy, which reminds me of the blue shell from Mario Kart, since once you throw it, this usually hits other players in your way and goes straight to the first place racer. Now enough Mario Kart talk. This is Crash Bandicoot here. You also have the green potion and TNT crates. The green potion is like... Nope, no mention. There will be none of that. TNT crates are fun, which once ran into, get stuck on your head, and you gotta smash your R1 button to keep jumping and knock it off you. If you don't, it explodes. Getting 10 Wumpas allow you to have your power-ups, well, powered up. Give you extra time on the elemental masks, which actually speed you up and make you invincible for a bit. Gives you nitro boxes instead of TNT as well, which are instant explosions. Give you a beaker of red, which once hit, slips up the racer and causes a freaking rain cloud above of them and makes him slow and bumpy while driving. The power-ups in this game are freaking awesome and are really well made and used just like how they are throughout the series. It's awesome. Crash CTR is good enough for 4-player, but it is weird since I have a hard time playing with freaking 2 screens. For me, it's burder and can mess up or is just confusing at times. Either way, it's cool. There is also 4 cups. Crash Bandicoot CTR racetrack seem endless, as playing versus mode you could select just a regular track instead of a cup. But enough of that, we gotta get in the main game mode, and this is Adventure Mode. Adventure Mode is where you drive around the hub area and go into level/racetracks. Characters you can race as in story mode are, of course, Crash, Coco, Cortex, Tiny, Dingodile, Engine, Polar, and... Pyrrha? Fucking Polar and Pyrrha. This is the stupidest thing they can do for the character roster. There's other Crash characters worth the time, and actually make sense. What the fuck are they gonna add next? The penguin from Dingodile's boss fight in Crash 3, and oh look, there he is! Thanks, idiots. They could have added Koala Kong and Embryo, but no, that would just make too much freaking sense. But along with those two, maybe the acceptance of freaking Pyrrha. Still think this was a stupid idea and a missed opportunity to make the character roster amazing. But anyhow, there's 3 challenges for each race, and that adds replay value to the game, which is what CTR does great. Me and racing games always have replay value. There are boss races too. Each have their own unique and tough little obstacle or power-up they use. Giving a few examples out there is that Ripperoo throws TNT behind him every time. If I'm not mistaken, maybe Nitro, I'm not sure. It can be hard to hit since he can block Wampa rockets with the TNT grid, so you gotta get close to him. Papu Papu throws potions behind him, and Komodo Joe throws TNT as well. Those are a few examples, and there's many memorable boss characters in the game to race. You have Ripperoo, Papu Papu, Komodo Joe, Pinstripe, and the new guy Nitrous Oxide. You must defeat each boss to gain a key to the next hub area. Really, the adventure mode is nothing too special, but is really freaking fun and enjoyable. I love it. The graphics and racetracks are freaking beautiful with awesome colors and great themes. There's a few racetracks even based off the boss characters having their name in those titles, such as Roost Tubes, for example. It's really awesome. The soundtrack in this game isn't freaking diamond encrusted golden freaking stack of cash, but it is good. Some are real catchy, but I don't pay attention to it since I'm having fun playing the actual game itself. Honestly, I find myself never getting bored of this. Not even the previous games I get bored of. This game never gets old. Whenever I'm bored and want to play something Crash Bandicoot, I usually find myself playing this game right here. Just appreciating the effort put into it, great racetracks and characters except these 3 rejects. Now, let's get into the final showdown. Nitrous Oxide. Oh god, stop it! Stop! This is freaking hard. This bastard throws bombs in nitro boxes. Shit! I'm swerving around like a moron avoiding it, and it's really freaking hard to. Not to mention he's freaking fast, too. But after you get a freaking new controller after smashing yours to bits because of attempting to win this bullshit of a fucking boss fight, you end with the final cutscene, and Oxide is just pissed that he lost and returns to Gas Moxia as a loser. He doesn't give a fuck anymore, just wants to go home and goes back to Gas Moxia. It's pretty much the ending. Never to be heard from again. What? But all joking aside, Crash CTR is my favorite kart racer ever. There's nothing wrong with the game one bit. The controls are on point, it nails everything except the character roster, and almost nailed that missing 3 characters that are important to the game and 2 important to the series. Either way, I'm fine with it. But either way, if you haven't played this game, you are in fact missing out. Crash CTR had a unique story mode, but not a good story. The ending wasn't so great either. Wish I had a better and darker tone to it, or a more serious tone. It seemed like someone prank called some Pizza Hut ordering 100 pizzas and sending that delivery over to your friend and make him pay for it and laugh at his shame. That's the level the story was at. Kart races don't really matter on having great stories, so it's no big deal. At least they tried, I guess. Crash Bandicoot CTR gets a solid 9.5 out of 10. This game is nearly perfect, but what keeps it from being perfect is the bullshit on the character roster and the story being effortless. Like I said, the story wasn't a big deal. It's not the best nor my favorite in the Crash Bandicoot series, not to mess you up on that one, but it is my favorite kart racer, and I choose it over any other kart racer, because I love Crash Bandicoot. Stay tuned for next week as I take a look at the first Crash Bandicoot game not made by Naughty Dog, Crash Bash. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more awesome content from this channel. Jables Games signing off right now. See you guys soon, and stay awesome.